my friends, and welcome to another The Making of. I should probably say the song title here. The Making of Alone with You. So this is kind of a perfect timing, and I have deliberately waited to give you this video because, let's see, what day is today? It's Wednesday today. On Friday, Alone with You will be released everywhere, but tomorrow, on Thursday, I have achieved one of my goals with this album, which was to get a premiere of a single in a big music blog. And tomorrow, I will premiere Alone with You in one of the biggest music blogs called Ear Milk. And that is secret, so you're not allowed to say that until it's out tomorrow. But it's a big deal for me, and I will talk more about this in another video because this is part of, a goal for me and a dream for me. And the only reason to why I wanted to get a premiere in a music blog is because so many people find their ways to music blogs, and hopefully then this song will be added to the playlist of the blog and smaller blogs will pick it up. And with your help and with the blog's help, hopefully the song can spread wider and I can maybe build out my fan base and go on tour, hopefully. Obviously not right away, but if we can have this kind of, we raise the level for every single, then hopefully when the album is out, we have a bigger fan base and I can go on tour. And that is the goal with this record. But anyway, back to the start. So this video will be kind of like behind the song video. I'm gonna break the single down for you, but also a little quick update about my life, because I haven't been as good as I have been wanting to be at updating you guys here on Patreon. I have a long list of things that I want to create for you and share with you, but as some of you know, I have had two really not so fun months. So my last update was when I had just moved to Berlin. I will link that video in the little text below. I was so happy. I had just moved into my first apartment and I felt so at home, and I had bought furniture for the first time in my life, and I had really found a peace, and I felt like I'm gonna stay here for a while now. And I was so excited to do tons of live sessions and videos, and I started getting into the Berlin music scene again and got into sessions. And as some of you know then, I got a letter from the property management people saying that I was being kicked out. Not my fault. It was the person I was sub-renting the apartment from who had messed something up, so I had 2 weeks to leave the flat. So that was before Christmas, and they said I need to be out the 27th of December, which is crazy because no one can find a new apartment in 2 weeks. And I had just bought all the new furniture, and I just like, how am I gonna handle this? So this was the time that I planned on doing all of those things for you guys and working on the record and finishing the book and making live sessions. And suddenly I panicked and just, long story short, in the end, I ended up going to 25 flat viewings, trying to convince them that I am not a lost little songwriter. And it's so hard to find an apartment here, but I'm happy to say that I found one. It's a really, really beautiful flat, and maybe the takeaway from all this is the whole time I kept thinking that I am just being redirected to the place where I am supposed to be living. The apartment where I first moved in, I wasn't supposed to live there. I don't know why yet, but I'm gonna see this. Maybe in a year, I'm gonna see how everything happened as it should have happened. And this new apartment that I get now, it's really big and it's really nice, and I get to move in next week. I'm gonna go get the keys tomorrow, and I'm gonna bring you guys with me and document this whole thing, because I feel like now this will be my home, and I will make a home there, and I'm gonna create so many things in that flat. And I have already written so many songs here in Berlin, and I feel like everything is gonna be good now. So I apologize for not having updated you guys more, but I have been to flat viewings every single day, so it will be better now. I am getting back on track. So having said that, I am happy that I do have my the album campaign, because that kept my hope up, because it was really heavy for a while. I kept feeling like, okay, no one wants to rent their apartment to this musician who doesn't really have a job. And so many times I was like, my life is just really hard without complaining, because I'm really lucky too. But the fact that I have you guys, that I have my fan base that keep supporting me, that enabled me to have this album that is in the process of coming out, it just kept me like, no, I have something to do with my life, and I have people who count on me. So I need to just keep my head up, and I know that I can get through this, and I did. So here's to growing from hard times. Okay, let's get into the track. Alone With You. So I was thinking of how to show you guys this song, because the demo that I'm gonna show you now, it's not so different from the final version that you will hear being released. But it is different when it comes to the actual recording. So everything you're gonna hear in this demo has been replaced by real musicians. This demo I did all by myself, and it's done with programmed drums that I sat with my fingers playing it. My acoustic guitar that I tried to mix like an electric guitar, but I didn't have an electric guitar, so I just tried to make it sound like one. What else do we have? All the vocals I recorded in my bedroom. And the bass is just a piano that I threw a bass amp on. So this demo I sent to all my musicians, amazing musicians that I'm really grateful I got to work with. And the drummer replaced the drummers with a real drum set, and then cello, my guitar player, played the proper guitar, and a bass player played a real bass. And I recorded all the vocals with a better mic, because those vocals I just probably sat in my bed late one night like this. So the important thing to remember is that, or I guess maybe something that I would like to encourage you guys, I don't play every instrument in the world. I don't play drums, I'm not a good piano player, I'm not a very good guitar player, but if you just hear what you want it to sound like, you can build that in the computer, and then you can get real musicians to do the parts better. And that's how I write songs usually. So let us get into the track. I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'll meet you there. All right, let's see. So this is the guitar that I wrote the song to. I was singing by myself. I only had an acoustic guitar, but I added all these filters. It's like an amp and distortion and a gate and a compressor, and see, I'm like throwing bass amps on it. So I just wanted to get this little ambient gritty sound. This is the guitar that I wrote the song to. Those little extra bits, and this is when I started to hear this dreamy, floaty ambient sound that kind of threw me in the right direction to write the song. Show you with the vocals. This is how it sounded.
Staring at the phone that's calling, knowing all the
the words we cannot say. Remembering your fingers touching, getting close to me, numbing off the pain you left here, places on myself you used to feel. So already then I had this little, I really wanted my voice to be kind of, dry and more speaking it. And then I wanted the chorus to be floaty, singing it out. And I actually had a very deliberate thought in the chorus, because it's a lot of words in the song. I'm just like presenting all these troublesome feelings in a relationship with someone, and I wanted it to go back in the chorus. I wanted to say, this is all everything that's going on, but when I'm alone with you, even though I know all those things, when I'm alone with you, I can't stand up for myself. I just fall for everything. I fall for you, I fall for myself. And you can hear that in any way you want. Falling as in falling for someone, or falling as in I'm losing all my own strength and control. So that's what I'm singing in the chorus, and I want to show you actually. I want to show you it first with only all the harmonies, because as you guys know, I love doing vocal production, and there's a lot of vocal production in this song. So this is it. With you, yeah, when I'm alone, I fall, yeah, when I'm alone with you. And then we come into the second chorus. This I want to show you because in the final released version you're going to hear, this little part is not in there. And that is because the whole time I was working on the song, this was the second section that I had. But when I was finalizing the song, I got this new part in my head. I couldn't get it out of my head. And that is the part that you're going to hear on the release version that goes, why can't I let you go when I don't want to stay? You're driving me insane. You're painting your portrait of a cold and lonely heart. That part is not in here. Instead, this is what I had. I swear I could live just off that feeling, but baby, we don't work inside the city. Maybe we're a story that I wrote about two kids who were broke, Betty Smith and this part now. To be uneasy, pulling in the lead, I got nothing left to buy. So basically what I changed when I was recording this was I just deleted this part and I sang instead. I swear I could live just off that feeling, but baby, we don't work inside the city. Maybe we're a story that I wrote about two kids who were broke, Betty Smith and Rimbaud. I can't let you go when I don't wanna stay. You're driving me insane. You're painting your portrait of a cold and lonely heart. You found 1,000 ways to break a heart. Love can save us all. Baby, I don't want to be uneasy, pulling in the lead. I got nothing left to tell you. See? And that's something that I always find when I work on a song. I think that this is the final song, but then I keep working on it. I get new parts from musicians, and then I work on the final vocals. And it's something about knowing that, like, okay, this is the final version. Am I sure this is everything that I want in there? And then I always get new ideas, and I'm like tweaking some words. And also, it takes a long time to finish a song. So during this time, I probably grew as a songwriter. I read new books, I got new words, I got new stories. This happening and storyline was developing, and I added this little second section. So anyway, I mean, that's how I wrote the song. So this is the demo that I did by myself. This demo I did in one day, probably. Because that's usually how I write. I write and produce quickly, It takes me a long time to like live and come up with the idea, but when I feel like I have a song in me, it goes fast. Then I took the demo, I sent it to my drummer who replaced the drum loops and recorded proper drums. I sent it to my guitar player, cello, who recorded the proper guitar, the bass player, Tim, and then I added a little piano stuff and some synth stuff and like choir stuff. And then I recorded the final vocal with a better mic in a better room. For example, as you hear in this room, I couldn't record vocals in here because it's very echoey. So, and when I'm recording demos, I could do it here. But if I'm gonna record the final vocals for the record, I need to be in a clean room with filters on the walls or just a lot of stuff so that it doesn't echo. Then I sent it to my mixing engineer, then I sent it to my mastering engineer, and now I'm showing it to you. So it takes a long time to finish up a song. But what was special with this song was that I wrote this song, and this was after a time that I had spent 2-3 years just writing all kinds of different songs. I wanted to write for other artists, I wanted to develop myself as a producer. But when I wrote this song, I immediately felt like, this is me. This song, the sound, the way I'm using my voice, the story, this is the Glass Child, this is me, this is the music I want to do and I want to stand for. It's me, but it's new. This is a progression from Under Northern Skies, and I could hear it right away that this is the new album. And before I wrote this song, I didn't really know if I was gonna make a record, because I felt like if I'm gonna make a new album, I need people to hear that I have grown and that it's a progression from my past stuff. And this was the song that threw me in that direction of like, this is the sound. I can it's me, but it's new. So after this song, I was like, yes, I am on the path of making a new record. So then every song that I wrote from then on was, with a new kind of excitement and inspiration, because I had found this new sound, my way of using my voice and the production, and that's why it's really special now to release it as kind of the first official single, because it was also the song that opened up the door for me to find my sound once again as a grown-up version of myself, or somehow trying to be. So yeah, I really hope you're gonna like it. I am so excited that this is coming out. So, like I said, tomorrow on Thursday, there will be a secret premiere on Earmilk. Please go and listen to it there and leave them a comment saying, "We love the Glass Child, thank you for premiering it," because if they see that I have a fan base who goes to the site and likes it, then maybe they will keep premiering songs for me. Then it's out everywhere on Friday, on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you listen to music. Please, if you wanna give me any kind of gift, it is to add it to your libraries on Apple Music or Spotify. Heart it, leave a comment, like it, share it. All those things help the algorithms on Google and Spotify and Apple Music and everywhere to just show the curators, the people who create playlists and who own those sites, that this is a song we should keep our eye on, because people seem to like it, so maybe we should feature it in places. And it really helps. Every single human being who clicks a like on Spotify counts. So if you want to help me with this single release, that is the best thing you can do. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to me babble and show my little projects. I really hope you love it as much as I love it. And yes, once I am moved into my apartment, expect a lot of stuff from me, because that's what I've been waiting for. So, okay, I love you guys. Bye bye.